welcome you watching Plain Speak. I'm Akanksha Swaroop. The Supreme Court today has granted bail to Delhi's Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal in the case registered by the Central Bureau of Investigation. This was in connection with the now scrapped Delhi excise policy. The Aam Aadmi Party Supremo will now be able to walk out of Tihar jail, having been previously granted interim bail in the money laundering case registered by the ED. Justice Surya Kant has ruled that the prolonged imprisonment of the Delhi Chief Minister constituted an unjust deprivation of liberty, but upheld the legality of the arrest. He concluded that there were no procedural irregularities. In contrast, Justice Ujjal Bhuyan deemed the CBI's arrest of Mr. Kejriwal as unjustified. The top court, however, barred Mr. Kejriwal from visiting the Chief Minister's office or the Delhi Secretariat as part of bail conditions imposed. He was also ordered not to make any public comment on the merits of the entire case. With being barred from chief ministerial duties, can Aam Aadmi Party claim this to be a victory? At a time, Aam Aadmi Party's electoral prospects in Haryana are being marred by the talks of its failed alliance with the Congress party, can Arvind Kejriwal salvage AAP's Haryana hopes? And is the reminder for CBI, a central agency, to shed its caged parrot image, an affirmation of opposition's claim of central agencies acting on behest of the government, now in fact only affirmed? We debate all of that in just a bit, but the Supreme Court's verdict has also seen two differing views from the two judges on the legality of CBI's arrest. Let's break down both those differing views for you, as Justice Surya Kant, in fact, went on to say that there's no impediment in arresting a person in custody. At the same time, Justice Ujjal Bhuyan has said that the CBI arrest was to frustrate the bail that was already granted to the Chief Minister. Justice Surya Kant has said that there's been no violation of Section 41A of CRPC. At the same time, Justice Ujjal Bhuyan has said that it cannot oppose the bail on ground that he's been evasive. Justice Surya Kant at the same time has said that the probe agency in fact, the CBI has followed Section 41A, and Justice Ujjal Bhuyan has said that the CBI must erase its caged parrot perception. Remember, it was back in the year 2013 that Justice Lodha had implied that the CBI was behaving as a caged parrot at the behest of the central government, which was the UPA government back then. At the same time, Kejriwal might have been granted bail, but terms and conditions also apply for him. Let's break down those terms and conditions for you. Number one, he cannot have access to the case-related files. The second being that he cannot visit the Chief Minister's office and the Delhi Secretariat. The third being that he cannot sign any files without the Lieutenant Governor's nod. He also cannot speak on the merits of the entire case. He has to cooperate with the trial court and the CBI. And so the big question we are posing today, is it really a victory for the Aam Aadmi Party as it is claiming? We'll debate that in just a bit.
ये भी आज सुप्रीम कोर्ट के ऑर्डर से साफ हो गया कि सीबीआई की गिरफ्तारी केवल और केवल एक इंश्योरेंस अरेस्ट थी। ईडी की जमानत से केजरीवाल जी बाहर आ जाएं, उनको रोकने के लिए
अरविंद केजरीवाल को तुरंत चाहिए कि वो अपने पद से इस्तीफा दे दें।
We introduce our esteemed panelists today. I'm joined in by Mr. Amit Tiwari, who's a spokesperson for the Delhi BJP. I'm also joined in by Mr. Anmol Panwar, who's a spokesperson for the Aam Aadmi Party. Sumit Nagpal, who's a senior advocate, as is Mr. Sumit Chandar, who's also a renowned advocate. Many thanks to you, gentlemen, for joining in. In fact, Anmol, I would like to begin with you. Many are saying that, you know, from Sanjay Singh to a Manish Sisodia and now the Delhi Chief Minister, all are out on bail. Is this really a reason to celebrate, or is this just a testament of the corruption charges hurled against the entire party, including the Delhi Chief Minister?
Akansha ji, first of all, we are grateful to the Honorable Supreme Court for upholding justice. By granting bail to Mr. Arvind Kejriwal, the Honorable Supreme Court has given a message very loud and clear to the people of the country that no one is above the Constitution. The Supreme Court has stated that CBI arrested Mr. Kejriwal just to ensure that he would not be able to come out of the bail granted in the ED case. We all remember that he has been granted regular bail in an ED case and 2 interim bail by the Honorable Supreme Court over the period of time. But no matter how hard they try, the love of the people of this country, the protection granted by the Constitution, and the blessings of our volunteers and of all the people who believe in the politics of Mr. Arvind Kejriwal, Kaam Ki Rajniti, we will overcome this tyranny and tanashahi of the central government. And as far as your specific question is concerned, do you remember some time back when the bail was denied, they used to say that if he were innocent, he would have been granted bail. And now that when the Honorable Court has granted him bail, not just once, not just twice, not just thrice, but 4 times, 3 times in ED case and 1 time in CBI case. The BJP spokesperson, now they are downplaying it, saying that कि केवल bail ही तो हुई है. I remember a saying in Hindi, खिसियानी बिल्ली खंबा नोचे. आज भाजपा वालों की ये हालत हो गई. And even they know that when these conditions which they are talking about, when they are challenged before a larger bench, they'll certainly be set aside.
All right.
The fact is that BJP, they are rattled with the release of Mr. Arvind Kejriwal. And that is the reason why they have nothing to defend today.
Thank you for setting the tone for this debate. Let me bring in Amit Tiwari. Amit Tiwari, we've also heard a differing view come in from Justice Bhuyan, who's gone on to say that the CBI arrest was only meant to frustrate, the bail that was granted to Mr. Kejriwal in the entire ED case. Why is the Bharatiya Janata Party still demanding that the Delhi Chief Minister should resign?
I'll answer to this query. I'll answer to this particular question specifically, but let me read one part of the judgment, only 2 lines. While imposing the conditions that you will not make any comment on the public platform, the court has said this condition is necessitated to dissuade a recent tendency of building a self-serving narrative on public platforms. Meaning thereby, when the bail applications were dismissed, did they say that yes, he is not innocent? Now when bail is granted, let me tell you, in Lalu Prasad Yadav Chara Ghotala case way back in 1996, 1997, he was, after being arrested, was granted bail. Ultimately, what happened? In 2016-17, he stands convicted. He is serving sentence now. Madhu Goda again was granted bail in the coal scam in Jharkhand, but thereafter, in 2017, he is convicted. Ms. Jayalalitha, Shashi Kala, all they were granted bail in a DA disproportionate asset cases, convicted by trial court, acquitted by High Court, but ultimately convicted by the Honorable Supreme Court. So the point is, at one point of time when the charge sheet is filed, your necessity, custodial necessity is not warranted. Therefore, every accused get bails. But now they are trying to create a political narrative as if he has been acquitted of all charges. What would happen if after 3 years of the trial, he will be convicted? Then will they say that yes, corruption took place? Still, they will go in the appeal and then file a bail application. Please grant me bail during the pendency of the appeal. So bail has nothing to do with the merits of the case. Secondly, my friend is reading only one part of the order, saying that the CBI has been criticized. That is for the CBI to answer. But let him also read the other parts of the order where they have categorically held, yes, there is enough material with the ED and the CBI to prosecute Mr. Arvind Kejriwal, number 1. Number 2, their entire challenge was that the arrest is illegal. If you see their petition and the prayers, their entire challenge was that they have arrested me illegally, violating the various provisions of the law. But what did the Supreme Court say today? The Supreme Court said, no, nothing doing. This is not illegal. They have followed a proper procedure and therefore they are dismissing.
I take your points. I'm going to give time to Anmol for a rebuttal before I quickly bring in our senior lawyers.
Akansha ji, today the Honorable Supreme Court made it clear that there was a conspiracy behind Arvind Kejriwalji's arrest by the CBI. And the moot question is, that is on whose orders was this conspiracy carried out? It was in the orders of Bharatiya Janata Party, particularly the Home Minister, Mr. Amit Shah. and he must resign, because the Honorable Supreme Court today said that before Arvind Kejriwal ji could come out of bail in the ED case, which has been granted by a district court and twice by the Supreme Court, the BJP had him arrested in the CBI case after 22 months. Why were they waiting for such a long time? So this
I'll answer to
unholy
that also.
nexus between BJP, ED and CBI stands exposed today by the Honorable Supreme Court. And as far as my friend who made these observations by Honorable Justice Suryakant, a differing view has also been mentioned by Justice Bhuyan. Justice Bhuyan very categorically said that he was kept behind. He very categorically said that these conditions, he has very serious reservations on both these conditions, B and C, which has been imposed. That these conditions to debar him from the office and not to visit the secretariat cannot be imposed.
All right, Amit, would you like to come up with a rebuttal?
Yes, ma'am. Which part of the order of the Honorable Supreme Court says that there is a conspiracy by the BJP? Which part of the order? Where is this all coming from? They are trying to mislead the people. There is nothing.
must
there is
read-
no such
you must-
word as if there is a conspiracy. I have read the entire judgment, sir. Which part of the judgment can you please refer?
In fact,
that there is a
I
conspiracy
think
by the BJP?
now it is time
Sir,
now it is time to bring in Sumit Chandar. Sumit Chandar, just because Arvind Kejriwal has been granted bail, the moot question remains: does that bail question the merits of the entire case? Let's not forget some very significant and crucial observations that have already been made by the Delhi High Court, which has said that this does merit a case and that there was a conscious effort by the Delhi Chief Minister to, in fact, even delay the probe.
See, very clearly, this, of course, the merits, when it comes to merits, the Supreme Court has at this stage considered the merits with respect to the bail. And it has made it very clear that why in this case, a sitting chief minister has been kept in jail for so long. Whereas, even if I go by the general principle, the Supreme Court has various judgments has said that bail is the rule and jail is the exception. Why in this case it is being the other way around? And it is Article 21 of the Constitution which states that no person shall be deprived of his life or personal liberty except according to the procedure established by law. Whether that procedure was followed. And not only this, fair investigation itself is a fundamental right of an accused under Articles 20 and 21 of the Constitution. And investigation in this case, they say it has been done, they needed the chief minister to be in jail, but investigation should not be done to harass a person. Investigation should not only be done, but it should be seemed to be done.
All right. Let me also quickly bring in the other renowned lawyer that I'm joined in by Mr. Sumit Nagpal as well. Mr. Nagpal, I think a very key point that's being made by Mr. Chandra over here is that bail is the rule and jail should be an exception, and that the Chief Minister at such a critical time also deserves to be outside the jail, and that he has been unfairly kept inside the jail. But having said that, again, the question does remain: does it sort of question the merits of the entire case?
See, I would say at this stage, it is a settled law that bail is the rule and jail is the exception. And I can tell you that whether it is Mr. Arvind Kejriwal or any other person before the judiciary, when it comes to the legal principles are followed in every case. And this case also, the legal principles are being followed. But I can tell you that if there is some instance where it comes out that some of the agency of the which is investigating any particular matter, if they step out of their domain, then obviously the judges, the judiciary obviously makes such comments. This is not for the first time that we have heard this comment from the Supreme Court that CBI is a case parrot. In fact, when it comes to UPA era, at that time also certain similar comments were made by the Supreme Court at that time as well. So I can tell you there are always checks and balances in a democracy. On the one hand, if people were having an opinion that Mr. Arvind Kejriwal was deliberately kept in jail, at the same time, Supreme Court has in fact given him bail. And, at the end of the day, everybody has to keep this particular point in mind that there is judiciary in this country. We are a vibrant democracy, and the questions may be raised on the conduct of the investigating agency, but at the end of the day, you have to understand and read one line from this judgment, which says the legality of arrest. In that particular case, Supreme Court has not given any relief to Mr. Arvind Kejriwal. So just saying that everything was hunky-dory and CBI or ED were acting without authority, I will say that the last line in the last page, the criminal appeal challenging the legality of the arrest has been dismissed. So this is something we have to keep in mind.
And that's a very significant point. And Mr. Chandar, because the Delhi High Court has certainly gone on record to say that there's enough evidence against the Chief Minister. So just because today the Supreme Court agreed that the CM was unfairly kept for a prolonged stay inside the jail doesn't mean, no, that is what the Delhi High Court has said. I'd actually like to listen in from Mr. Nagpal before I go to Anmol.
About the fact.
No, I
You
want
can go tom-tomming
it's
about
not
the
about
fact that-
tom-tomming. I'm just stating facts. Don't call it tom-tomming. Mr. Chandar, please go ahead.
Yes, see, Delhi High Court has made a mention while discussing the case. It has to some extent gone into the merits. It is, they talk about prima facie evidence to be available. It also, even the Supreme Court in a judgment has said that the documents, the investigation was to be done through the documents. Documents have already been seized. So what is the further need? Witnesses have been examined. In fact, to my understanding, even the charge sheet has been filed. What is the need for keeping here? Now, if you next stage before the trial court is anyways to argue on the charge, and you can rediscuss your merits there. But a prima facie observation on certain merits have already come on record. And let us not forget this, that the Supreme Court is very clear that even in Arunish Kumar judgment, which laid down these certain rules, arrest brings humiliation and curtails freedom. And not only that, it casts scars forever in the person. And here is a sitting chief minister. Bail has to be looked in a very different light altogether.
Right.
And that is what the Supreme Court has mentioned here.
Mr. Nagpal, I'd like your thoughts now.
Yeah, I was making a different point altogether.
Sure.
I was saying that you can go tom-tomming about the conduct of the ED or the CBI, but at the end of the day, when you read the last page of the judgment, the Supreme Court clearly says that the criminal appeal challenging the legality of arrest has been dismissed. So this is the end of it. Whether the conduct was good or bad, you can question the timing of the arrest. You can question everything when it comes to the arrest. But at the end of the day, the legality of the arrest has been upheld by the Supreme Court, and this is something we have to keep in mind while dealing with such cases. And this particular page, last page of judgment has been signed by both the judges. So in this case, I can tell you, you can question the timing of the arrest, you can question legality of the arrest, but the Supreme Court has upheld the legality of the arrest. And we have already seen that in many of the cases, bail is granted because this is our jurisprudence. These are the legal principles on which our jurisprudence is based, that bail and not jail is the rule.
All right.
So I don't think there should be too much politics on this particular point.
Anmol, the other question that comes to mind is that till yesterday we saw about how the entire Indian judiciary was being accused of being rigged after those images and that video of a Prime Minister celebrating Ganesh Utsav with the CGI surfaced. Would the opposition still endorse that view?
See, the fact is that the directive principles of the state policy and the constitution, it has certain provisions which need to be adhered to, whether by judiciary, whether by the executive, and whether by the legislature. So all the three, these legislature, executive, and judiciary must act within the framework which has been enshrined by the constitution.
All right, Amit Tiwari, I want to have a quick response from you before I deep dive further.
Ma'am, you had earlier asked me a
Chair.
question as to why are we demanding the resignation of Mr. Arvind Kejriwal.
All
Let
right,
me respond to that.
Okay.
Let me respond to that. Now, there are certain conditions which have been imposed by the Honorable Court. It says that you will not visit the office. It says that you will not sign the files. Now, what is more important for Arvind Kejriwal? His position as a chief minister or the welfare activities or the development activities for the 3.5 crore residents of the Delhi? Certainly, he has to decide that, because if he can't visit, look at a situation, a chief minister can't visit his own office. Who will take the decisions? Many decisions, such as even providing books, uniforms to the MCD students, could not be taken, and the court reprimanded the conduct of the Mr. Arvind Kejriwal that you ought to have subserved your personal interests and the interests of the children. But still, if he wants to go that way, that's up to him to decide. But on morality and as well as on legality, a chief minister who is not allowed to visit his office and function should resign, and therefore we are demanding, in the interest of the public at large of Delhi, that you should have morality enough, because it was Mr. Arvind Kejriwal only who used to say that even if there is an FIR against you, you are not eligible to be appointed a government servant. Now, not only there is an FIR, there is a charge sheet against you.
All right.
Still you believe that no,
Point taken.
now I am eligible.
Anmol,
So they
Anmol
stand as
Babar,
strict.
you know, that is
Stand
a
as
demand
strict.
that has come in from the BJP ever since we've seen the Chief Minister behind bars, and we saw it in fact go up even during the time when there was the heat wave hitting. We've seen the water shortage happen, we've seen Delhi flood, and there are concerns being raised that how can a Chief Minister operate from inside the jail, and now that he's out on bail, how will he be able to operate now?
Akansha ji, when the BJP spokespersons talk about morality, it seems as if a terrorist is giving lectures on non-violence. Secondly, all the important portfolios are with the cabinet ministers, and the Honorable Chief Minister, even behind bars, was constantly supervising the work done by the Delhi government and all the cabinet ministers. And
So
as far
going
as
by
the
that
issues,
logic, he's already reduced to
See,
being a token chief minister.
No,
then
it's
he'd rather
why-
resign
how can you-
or let
how can
his
you say
wife
that?
take
How can you
over.
say that?
Because you're
See,
saying all the important
even-
portfolios are now handled by the cabinet ministers. He has no role there.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that he has been constantly supervising and monitoring the work done by all the cabinet ministers, as he has been doing since last 10 years.
How has he
and
been
that
doing?
Is, and that is, and
We've all
and
seen what Delhi's
see,
been going through, whether it is stubble burning, or whether it's in fact even during winter time, or whether it is summers. It is just hell for the national capital. Amit Tiwari.
See, let me
tell you the
respond.
reason why
I
he
have
doesn't
not
want to
I'm
resign.
running
Let me
short
tell
of
you
time.
the
I have to
reason.
move forward in this.
Yes,
Just
just
10
quickly one
seconds.
point.
I
Let
need
me
10
tell you the reason
seconds.
why he doesn't want to
The
resign.
moot question
He
is-
doesn't
the
want to
moot
resign
question
because the
which we
moment he
were saying-
resigns, he will have to pass the baton to
Can
any
I
of the
come?
cabinet ministers that he has today. Now, he doesn't want to share that. He doesn't want to share the power with anybody else and appoint somebody as chief minister. Now, his wife cannot be
without even
made
any
a chief
single
minister
allegation
because
proved
of the
against
provisions
him,
of
why should
Representation
he
of People
resign?
Act, which say that
Why
if
do you want a
if the
person
tenure
who
of the
has
Legislative
not been
Assembly is less
pronounced
than 1
as
year,
guilty to resign?
elections cannot
There's
take place.
no
By-elections cannot be
constitutional
held.
bar on
So
it.
obviously his wife
No law
cannot be
can
appointed
bar
as chief
a
minister.
sitting chief
That is the
minister to
reason why he's not
resign
resigning. He
without
doesn't
any
want to share
allegation
his
being
power.
proved against him.
Now you will try to interject, sir. I never interjected while you
No,
were
but
speaking. All that I'm
I have
saying is
not
there
even
can't be a
completed.
by-election
You must
because the
answer the
tenure is.
moot
Ma'am
question,
asked me to
which we
respond to
have
your
been saying all
submission.
along,
Ma'am
that
asked me to
ED
respond to your
and
submission.
CBI, they are puppets of
You
BJP.
keep
And
on
today
saying
when
ED and
Supreme
CBI.
Court
The
has
question put
exposed
to
it,
you.
the question is who
was
owns this
why is he not
case?
resigning
It is Mr.
despite
Amit
being a token
Shah.
chief minister? You
Your
will never answer
minister
that.
must
You
resign.
will not. You will never answer
Amit
that.
Shah must
You will never.
resign
Please
today,
answer the question
because
of the.
this
Please
unholy
answer the
nexus
question.
has been exposed by the
Please
Supreme Court today.
forget about nexus, sir.
You
We are
have-
talking about
you have
morality.
framed
Ma'am, put
the
a question
Honorable
to
Chief
you
Minister
as
in
to
a
whether you are going
fabricated
to resign
case.
or not. You are not
You
answering
have
to that
failed to
question.
give
You
a
are avoiding
single
that question.
penny.
You are avoiding
Not even
that
a single
question.
penny has been recovered in this case.
Sir,
You
it's not a
don't
case
have
of
any
recovery.
direct evidence.
The question
You
is,
stand exposed every day when the
ma'am, this is
Supreme
not
Court
how
hears this
debates go,
matter.
ma'am.
Right.
You asked me.
I think
You asked me to
let
respond.
Mr. Amit Tiwari finish his point, and I will give you
Ma'am.
time, Amol Panwar, to finish what you have to say. Amit
You
Tiwari, I
asked
give
me
you
a
30
question
seconds.
in the first. You asked me the question in the first round. I responded in the second round. You asked him a question and put a specific question as to whether he will resign or not. Then he responded. He was trying to evade that question. Then you came
Sir,
across to me and then said,
कुछ
Mr.
आपके
Tiwari,
पास
you
बोलने
respond.
के लिए हो तो
Mr.
Now
बोलिए.
again,
Pawar,
Why are
please
you
let him
always-
This is
finish
no
his
way.
point. You must not speak
I am-
over him. I'll give you time.
I will not interject anybody. I was saying that Representation of People Act says that if the tenure of the Legislative Assembly is less than 1 year, by-elections cannot take place. Now today, if Mr. Arvind Kejriwal resigns, taking the moral ground, then he will have to make somebody who is a sitting MLA as a chief minister, which he doesn't want. Now by-elections cannot take place, so he can't appoint his wife also as a chief minister. That is the difficulty why he's not taking that moral responsibility. So look at the character of a person who used to say that you can't even be appointed a chaprasi if FIR is pending.
All
But
right.
will remain as a
You've
chief
made your
minister despite
point.
the fact
You
that there
made
is a
your
charge
point.
sheet.
Let's also listen into what
But
the
they will
Aam
not
Aadmi
respond
Party.
to this.
No. Let's listen to what he has to say in defense of the
I'll
Aam Aadmi Party.
I'll tell you the difficulty. The difficulty is that BJP has failed to be in power in Delhi since last 25 years. And looking at the governance model of Mr. Arvind Kejriwal, the Kaam Ki Rajniti model which he has presented to the entire country, and which has been acclaimed worldwide. They are afraid that they cannot win a single election in Delhi. They neither have any face against him, nor they have the capability, nor they have the intent to compete against him. क्योंकि इनकी षड्यंत्रों की राजनीति पे हमारी काम की राजनीति हमेशा विजयी होगी. And why should he resign? He has not been pronounced guilty. None of the allegation has been proved against him. A person is presumed innocent until proven guilty. And this tactics deployed by the Bharatiya Janata Party won't yield any result, Mr. Tiwari.
All right.
You must tell your leaders.
Sumit
Still not
Nagpal,
answered.
I just want to ask you.
I remember Mr. Ram Jethmalani today. He used to quote, and he used to always say that power corrupts, and fear of losing power corrupts more. So I don't want to say anything more to it, but I just remember this particular line Mr. Ram Jethmalani used to say often.
So, Chandar, if I could bring you in on what Justice Bhuyan had to say about shedding the caged parrot image. It has certainly sort of arrived as a reminder, or rather as a testament to everything that has been heard by the opposition so far about how central agencies are being used at the behest of the government. Is that now not been affirmed, that entire charge, when a Supreme Court's justice, sitting justice, makes that differing view? Mr. Chandra, please unmute yourself.
When the Supreme Court makes a mention, the intention is basically to put things back on track. If at all Supreme Court has made its observation, the intention of the observation is only that there needs to be an independence. They cannot be puppet in the hands of any government. It's a separate independent body altogether. The power, of course, is given. Power, of course, has to be implemented in a manner very, very independently, so that whatever investigation takes place absolutely unbiased. I had said even in Arnesh Kumar judgment, the Supreme Court had made a very clear mention that fair investigation is a fundamental right of an accused person under Articles 20 and 21 of the Constitution.
And perhaps that's been a reminder, an erstwhile reminder from the Supreme Court from the time of the UPA government itself, Mr. Nagpal, because the first time that caged parrot analogy was used was by Justice Lodha back in the year 2013 during the Colgate hearings.
See, I can tell you that that's the beauty of the democracy. And India is a vibrant democracy, I would say, because whenever any institution acts in a manner which may be questioned by people, public, so the courts look into it, the courts look into the legality of it. So this particular point, the caged parrot reference, this was made in the UPA era as well. The Supreme Court cautioned CBI at that time as well. And today also we see this particular comment has been coming from Supreme Court. So I can tell you that's the beauty of Indian democracy. Nobody can take institutions for granted. And if some instance is there where the conduct of an investigating agency is questioned, in that case,
all right, I'm so sorry to interrupt you over there. In fact, we have some live visuals coming in from Tihar jail. Arvind Kejriwal finally stepping out of Tihar jail. This is the big breaking news we are bringing to you right now, that the Delhi Chief Minister is finally out on bail, stepping out. It's been raining cats and dogs, as you can see. And amid this heavy rainfall, there are celebrations happening outside Tihar jail as all of the Aam Aadmi Party cadres have gathered outside to welcome the chief convener of the Aam Aadmi Party, the Chief Minister of New Delhi. You can hear amid chants of Bharat Mata Ki Jai, Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal stepping out, looking extremely jubilant and victorious over there, holding a mic and reaching out, sending a message. Let's also listen in.
अरे यहीं आएंगे भाई, यहीं आएंगे। नहीं है, स्पीच चल रही है, स्पीच चल रही है। अरे भाई साहब, मैं आप लोगों के बीच में भारत लाखों करोड़ों लोगों का शुक्रिया करना चाहता हूँ। लाखों लोगों ने मन्नत मांगी, लाखों लोगों ने दुआएं की, आशीर्वाद भेजे, प्रार्थना की, मंदिर गए, मस्जिद गए, गुरुद्वारे गए। उन सब लोगों का मैं शुक्रिया अदा करना चाहता हूँ। इतनी बारिश में, इतनी बड़ी संख्या में आए, आपके तहे दिल से शुक्रिया अदा करता हूँ। दोस्तों, मेरा जीवन देश के लिए समर्पित है। मेरे जिंदगी का एक एक पल, मेरे शरीर का एक एक कतरा, मेरे खून का एक एक कतरा देश के लिए समर्पित है। मैंने जिंदगी में बहुत संघर्ष किया है, बहुत बड़े संघर्ष किए, जिंदगी में बहुत मुसीबतें झेली हैं, लेकिन हर कदम पे भगवान ने मेरा साथ दिया। ऊपर वाले ने मेरा साथ दिया। क्यों? क्योंकि मैं सच्चा था, मैं सही था, इसलिए भगवान ने मेरा साथ दिया। इन लोगों ने मुझे जेल में डाल दिया। इन लोगों को लगा कि केजरीवाल को जेल में डाल देंगे तो केजरीवाल के हौसले टूट जाएंगे। आज मैं आपको कहना चाहता हूं, मैं जेल से बाहर आया हूं, मेरे हौसले 100 गुना ज्यादा बढ़ गए हैं। मेरी ताकत 100 गुना ज्यादा बढ़ गई है। इनकी जेल की मोटी मोटी दीवारें, इनकी जेल की सलाखें केजरीवाल के हौसले को कमजोर नहीं कर सकती। मैं भगवान से प्रार्थना करता हूं, जैसे आज तक ऊपर वाले ने मेरे को रास्ता दिखाया, ऊपर वाले ने मेरे को ताकत दी, ऐसे ही भगवान मुझे रास्ता दिखाता रहे, मैं देश की सेवा करता रहूं। और ये जितनी राष्ट्र विरोधी ताकतें हैं जो देश के विकास को रोक रही हैं, जो देश को बांटने का काम कर रही हैं, जो देश को अंदर से कमजोर करने का काम कर रही हैं, जिंदगी भर में इनके खिलाफ लड़ा हूं, आगे भी ऐसे ही लड़ता रहूंगा। भारत माता की, भारत माता की।
All right, so the Aam Aadmi Party chief convener and of course the chief minister of Delhi over there declaring that his power and spirits have only gotten stronger, and he hopes that God will keep showing him the way forward to serve the country, and that he will keep fighting for this country, and that he was always right, and that he's been granted the bail is only testament to the fact that he's always fought for the truth. Let's quickly go across to Yash Goyal, who's reporting live for us. All right, in fact, let me quickly bring in Anmol Panwar, the spokesperson.
If you recall,
जो निर्णय आया है और जांच एजेंसियों की निष्पक्षता को लेकर जो सवाल खड़ा किया गया, उस विषय पे भाजपा को ध्यान देना चाहिए, ना कि उनके राजनीतिक बयान देना चाहिए।
now I will do this, I will do that. But what happened? He lost all 7 seats. So it's not going to be a case of that it will make a lot of difference. They have already lost couple of elections, be it Chhattisgarh, be it Madhya Pradesh, be it Gujarat, be it Goa, be it Uttarakhand, be it Haryana on the last occasion, be it Uttar Pradesh. So it's not that. And now what is he saying? He is saying that I am going, मैं देश की सेवा करने के लिए ऐसे ही करता रहूंगा. कौन से देश की सेवा कर रहे हो आप? You are a token chief minister who can't visit his own office. You are not even doing anything for the Delhi public. And now you are saying that मैं देश की सेवा करूंगा. This is nothing but all drama. Self-serving political narrative is sought to be created, but people have realized him. Now his stand has changed. He has been exposed. His dual character has been exposed. If you remember, he was carrying a list of 25-30 people before 2013 saying that these people are corrupt. I have evidence against them. Did he take any action? Now, were they convicted? At that point of time, were they convicted by any honorable court? No, but still he leveled allegations. Now today there are allegations against him, charge sheet against him, but there is sufficient material against him. Still he's saying I am innocent. So this is the character of the man, a completely liar, shifts his stand in terms of his own convenience. That's all. But people have realized it.
All right, Sumit Akpal, if I could bring you in, the fact that there are still conditions accompanying Arvind Kejriwal's bail, would that have any kind of bearing on election campaigning as well? We know that this is also going to be an impediment for his daily duties as the chief minister, but what about election campaigning, especially considering the fact that Haryana is very much on the agenda?
I would not like to comment on the politics of it, but I can certainly say that getting bail is not a proof that a person is innocent. So obviously any politician would like to take the political benefit out of the whole incident or the bail which he has got today. He would like to take the benefit. He will try to portray as if he has come victorious. But at the end of the day, bail is just a normal routine thing in a criminal trial. So he has got bail. I don't want to comment much on politics of it, but I can say for sure that politics will be played on.
But Amit Tiwari, they're saying that the Aam Aadmi Party has also successfully arrived as a third option for a voter in Haryana, which is also going to sort of dent the electoral prospects, not just for the Bharatiya Janata Party, but also for the Congress Party. I'd like your thoughts.
Do you recall about Gujarat election? In Gujarat election, similar pictures had arrived.
Yes.
He was saying, IB report has come, therefore BJP is scared. Thoda dhakka aur laga do, we are going to get judgment. We are going to get form the government. What happened eventually? Nothing. So these are false claims on false statement. Did he ever produce that IB judgment that yes, he is going to win the elections and therefore he requires some push? So these are false statements to mislead people, to create a narrative as if he is the tallest leader of the country and now he is going to. This we have seen, as I have said earlier, we have seen in 6-7 states. Uttarakhand, Uttar Pradesh, Goa, Chhattisgarh, Madhya Pradesh, Haryana on the last occasion. Nothing happened. Did they form the government there? No. So these are false claims, nothing else.
We've seen how this alliance with the Congress Party has failed yet again. Examples are also being given of Delhi and Punjab. Do you think that this alliance is, what we've seen happen in the case of Haryana is yet another reminder of how this is a very weak alliance or just one that is only for tokenism?
Ma'am, this alliance is self-serving alliance. In 2011-12, Miss Sonia Gandhi was the most corrupt person. Mr. Sharad Pawar was the most corrupt person. Now they are in alliance. What does it show? People will understand. Secondly, the same alliance was brought in Delhi elections as well, in Lok Sabha 2024 elections, where they had seat sharing agreement. And what happened eventually? Eventually, they lost all the 7 elections. So people are today very smart, people are today very knowledgeable, and they understand politics. And this man's character has been exposed in the eyes of the people. So therefore, we are not worried about any Haryana election.
But Amit Tiwari, you look at the visuals right now, the kind of support that he's garnering, not just from his own party cadre, which is of course expected out of what's happening today, but we've seen several Aam Aadmi Party supporters also who have gathered in full force over there to welcome Arvind Kejriwal. That too, when it's raining so heavily, goes on to indicate his own popularity in Delhi, and perhaps it may just translate in Haryana.
Ma'am, you are having a government for last 10 years in Delhi. Obviously, you have some kind of cadre. If you remember when his personal secretary was arrested, do you remember 2011 visuals when general public participated in the protest led by Mr. Anna Hazare? But now when Mr. Vibhav Kumar was arrested, what happened? They marched, all their cabinet ministers marched, not even a single person from general public came. All this drama that you are seeing on the screen is nothing but a created drama. All this is planned. People are called, their own workers, their own MLAs, supporters of MLAs who are all Aam Aadmi Party. They are called to show, to reflect some kind of strength. This is not general public. These are their own karyakartas celebrating the release of a alleged corrupt man.
Sumit Nagpal, if I could bring you in, for a party that in fact was based on the foundation of fighting corruption, we've seen that happen during the Anna Hazare movement. In fact, stood against the Congress party back then, was in fact trying to work out an alliance with them. How is this going to go down, even though today Arvind Kejriwal is out on bail? We've debated that, the merits of that bail versus the merits of the entire case, but will that have any kind of bearing on a voter in Haryana?
See, I can tell you one thing. I was, as a citizen of India, and as someone who wanted transparency and who wanted that action should be taken against the corrupt, I too took part in Anna Andolan. But I can tell you, I was shocked when I heard Arvind Kejriwal saying कि हम कांग्रेस पार्टी को समझा के थक गए हैं कि हमसे अलायंस कर लो, लेकिन वो मानते नहीं. So I can tell you that people are very much aware that how Mr. Arvind Kejriwal took benefit of Anna Andolan, how he shaped this politics to reach to the pinnacle of power. But when he reached to the pinnacle of power, he came and he started having alliances with everyone he was opposed to. So people do not forget these things, and I hope that when people of Haryana go to vote, they should remember the lines when he used to say, हम बीवी बच्चों की कसम खा के कहता हूँ कि मैं किसी से अलायंस नहीं करूंगा. And then again we remember the lines कि मैं समझा के थक गया हूँ कांग्रेस को कि इन्होंने जो है हमारे साथ अलायंस नहीं किया या मानते नहीं है. Something like that. I don't remember the exact lines. So people of India are smart enough to understand how somebody has rose to power, how somebody has shaped his politics, and how the entire politics of Aam Aadmi Party has changed over the years. So as a concerned citizen of Delhi, I am very much aware how this entire, I would say, this particular fact that how Arvind Kejriwal rose to power, how he changed. So as a citizen of Delhi, I cannot forget these things. And I hope people of Haryana remember those things when they go to vote. And I don't think in Haryana, Mr. Kejriwal will have much of a chance. So we'll have to see how the things will work out.
Stay with us, Mr. Nagpal. I'll have to quickly go over to our correspondent Yash Goyal, who's currently stationed outside the Delhi Chief Minister's residence. Yash, tell us what's happening over there right now. The Chief Minister is out of Tihar jail, should reach the residence in some time from now, given or taken into account the kind of traffic snarls he will be encountering, considering it's pouring quite a bit. But give us a sense of what's happening at the Chief Minister's residence.
Well, Akanksha, let's directly go to the visuals here and show you the pictures outside Arvind Kejriwal's residence. Since he spoke outside Bihar, I can tell you one thing, the morale of the cadre over here has actually boosted a lot. You can see Aam Aadmi Party karyakartas dancing, you can see nagaras playing at the highest possible decibel, and the karyakartas over here are very much elated and they want to take a glimpse of their leader, because they say the words which Arvind Kejriwal has actually has said is resonating with them. In fact, I have a few karyakartas with me. कैसा माहौल है, क्या जोश है? आप केजरीवाल बाहर ही आ चुके हैं.
भाई साहब, इस टाइम तो दिवाली का माहौल लग रहा है. पूरी रात के अंदर जश्न मनाया जा रहा है. आज जो देश के अंदर जो गलत राजनीति चल रही थी, ईडी और सीबीआई का दुरुपयोग किया जा रहा था, उसको खत्म करके आज माननीय सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने जो आज केजरीवाल जी को जमानत दी है, वो एक तमाचा है कि भ्रष्टाचार जो घूम रहे हैं बाहर और जो काम कर रहे हैं शिक्षा को लेकर, स्वास्थ्य को लेकर काम कर रहे हैं, ऐसे देश के लाल को उन्होंने जेल में रखा 180 दिन, तो इनका पाप बाहर आएगा। अब केजरीवाल जी बाहर आ गए हैं, आज तो जश्न का माहौल है, आज पूरी दिल्ली की जनता जश्न मना रही है, तो आज माहौल बनाने दीजिए। आज अब इनका काल चालू हो गया है, भाजपा का जाना तय है अब यहाँ से।
Well, so Akanksha, this is the word coming in from the side, and I can tell you that from here, Arvind Kejriwal will take around 1.5 hours to reach this locality, and once he reaches here, there is a place nearby from here where he's going to start a roadshow, and till his residence, he's going to carry out that very roadshow, because thousands of his supporters have actually gathered here, and also there are many supporters at Tihar who will be actually following Arvind Kejriwal to his residence. All of them say it's a very big day for them,
Right.
and not to discount the fact that he's coming out of the jail at a time when Haryana and Delhi elections are just upon us.
All right, I'm going to quickly bring in Amit Tiwari, who's a spokesperson for the Bharatiya Janata Party, is back on the broadcast with us. Amit Tiwari, many would want to, or rather wondering, if the bail to Arvind Kejriwal can actually change the political prospects for the Aam Aadmi Party in Haryana, going by their performance in the last assembly election, which actually was a zero.
No, ma'am, nothing is going to change. As I have said earlier, in Delhi also, the moment he got bail, the same averments were made, the same arguments were raised, that now he's going to turn around the election and all 7 seats will be won by the alliance. What happened? They lost all 7 seats. So keeping in view his conduct, keeping in view the kind of character that has been exposed before the general public, Haryana people will never choose such kind of people, and therefore it is not going to have any impact on Haryana election, rest assured. Forget about Delhi also. Let me tell you, even in Delhi, that 5 to 10%, 15% voters who are always tried to bring something new, who supported him way back in 2015-20, now they have also realized that this man is nothing but a liar. This man is nothing but a corrupt man. This man is nothing whose character has been exposed. So therefore, they are not going to support him. So we are not worried about his release having any kind of impact
fair
in Haryana
enough.
or Delhi.
Even if you are not worried about his release, for how long can the BJP win basis on the attacks that they are making against the Congress party or the Aam Aadmi Party? Because remember, over 20 leaders have quit the BJP in Haryana itself. Karan Dev Kamboj, who's a stalwart of an OBC leader in Haryana today, has left and joined the Congress party. The Congress party is saying that in Haryana, you've lost the narrative when it comes to the OBCs as well. How do you plan to, in fact, tackle that kind of attack that's coming in, not just from the Aam Aadmi Party, but even a Congress party?
Ma'am, first of all, I am a Delhi BJP spokesperson, not a national spokesperson, so I can't comment on other states. But certainly, yes, as a spokesperson, let me tell you, you pick up any election, whether it is legislative assembly elections or Lok Sabha elections, you pick up any party, whether it is Congress, whether it is Bharatiya Janata Party, whenever tickets are being distributed, obviously some people feel aggrieved and they shift stands. That is a usual political events that happen across the country, across all political parties. Will you see? Now in Delhi also, many of the former MLAs or members of Aam Aadmi Party have joined BJP. We have welcomed them. So this is a usual event that takes place, especially just before the elections. So let's not build any kind of narrative. Let's not conclude or draw any kind of inference merely because some people have left. BJP is a vast party, and therefore it will not have any impact whether 2 or 5 people have left the party.
All right. Many thanks to you, Amit Tiwari and Sumit Chandra, for joining in on Plain Speak. Remember, the Chief Minister of Delhi, Arvind Kejriwal, finally stepping out of Tihar jail. He's gone on to talk about his hardships, his struggles, and he says that he will continue to fight the good fight. And with that, it's time to slip into a quick break. We'll be back with more. Stay tuned to Plain Speak.